For some authors, the road to the New York Times bestseller list happens quickly. But for others, it can be a lifelong journey.
I talk to people today that'll come up to me and they'll say, "Ooh, I wish I'd have met you 25 years ago." And I'm like, "No, you didn't want to meet me 25 years ago."
For author Andy Andrews, his own personal struggles were necessary to define who he is today as a writer.
This is stuff that I've worked on trying to figure out for years and years and years, and stuff that changed my life. It took me 25 years to get to this point.
From living homeless under a fishing pier, pawning his clothing to pay bills, and having his first book rejected by over 51 publishers over a 3-year period.
51 of the greatest publishing minds in the world said that what I had written was not worth putting on paper, and yet it sold over 1 million copies. So they were not just wrong, they were really wrong.
But his persistence and positive attitude has paid off, with 4 books released in a 4-month period from 4 different publishers. An unprecedented feat.
They all deal with different aspects and come from different angles, and it's different publishing companies, and we didn't try to do this. It's just they all chose this time to put out stuff that we had contracted with them.
His big break came from the book The Traveler's Gift, which defined 7 principles that can lead to success. The book has sold millions of copies worldwide, with Andy using his own story as an example of how they can work.
One of the things that I know is that this works because I have made it work. And not only have I made it work, I've taught this to so many people who have changed their own lives with these principles.
His latest book, The Noticer, describes the beginning of his own personal journey.
This starts at the worst time in my life, when my parents had died and I'd made some bad decisions and was literally homeless before that was even a word. Yeah, I would tuck right under here the pier, and I had a nice concrete slab, kept the rain off of me, but this was my home. I met this old guy named Jones, and he called himself a noticer, and he gave me a perspective and started sneaking wisdom into my life, and this old man changed my life.
The characters in the book all remember Andy from his homeless days around the coastal town of Orange Beach, Alabama.
He used to fish off the deck and bring fish up here for him to cook for him, and he don't let money change him. He's still the same wonderful person he always have been.
With his books growing daily in popularity, Andy has become one of the most sought-after speakers for major corporate clients and makes frequent television appearances on shows such as Good Morning America, CNBC, and Fox and Friends.
All of a sudden, everywhere I'm going, people are going, "Please welcome motivational speaker," and it terrified me because I'm not one, and I don't even like them myself.
It doesn't take people 25 years anymore. They can get it in a couple of hours.
During tough economic or emotional times, books providing people with hope are especially important.
I'm more into proof than I am encouragement. I think encouragement is important, I think it's good, but I think it's better to prove something.
This is what I want to provide for other people in my books and my work, is proof of principles that if you apply them, if I do this, this will happen.
As a writer and speaker, Andy is at the top of his game, but his mission and message are far from over.
You know, I'm just a poor person that found where the bread is, and I'm trying to tell everybody where the bread is.